But she's so proud of it, so. Oh, I better shut up. CGTV's supposed to send somebody down here, but you can be the rep. Now, since you guys haven't made anything for a while, this is 2 pounds of clay. So it's sliced up, throw it in the grog, wedge it 25 times, slice it up the second time, throw it in the grog, wedge it another 25 times, then coat the whole outside of the grog and wedge it another 50, so it's a total of 100. So if you get a little bitty one, you're going to have a little bitty mug. This is what I did first period. You can make them straight up, you can bowl them out, whatever. So 2 pounds will get you this height. Next time we're going to put a handle on it. Now this will shrink 12 to 14% by the time you get it all done. Now it's been a while since you've been on the wheel. So I'm going to center the top. I've already pushed it down. Center the bottom. Center the top again. Slowly release. Then I'll slow it down just a little. Open it up just a little with my thumbs, get it started. I'm going to take my index finger and I'm going to stop about 1/4 inch. I'm going to stick this needle down there. That's 1/4 inch. This shaft here is 1/4 inch. First period, most of them were getting too thick. So now we're going to pull that opening out. I'm going to stick this finger and back, the left index finger and back to the right index finger. Pull it out. See if we get the floor done as much as we can, as flat as we can, and slowly release. Now I'm going to have a tendency to be a little out of round. So I'm just going to collar this in just a little. Oh, it's not quite so out of round. Put a little water on the outside, the inside. Alright, now we're going to squeeze this and make it as tall as we can get it. I forget how to make cylinders. Squeeze with your left hand, this left index finger, this left thumb. It's the tips. You're going to push a little with this sponge, but I'm just going to use this index finger. And this is 12, 3, 6, 9 o'clock. Here's a 4 or 5 o'clock. We'll just push, raise them together slowly. And you want the bottom wider, the top smaller or narrower than the bottom. Now this clay's not super duper tight. If it was real, if I wedged it maybe another 50, 75 times, that could be tighter. I could get it thinner and taller. So you kind of have to know when to quit. This clay's kind of soft. It's a little bit thick here, a little thick here, but the top's thin. So we can make another pull or pass. I'm going to collar this in so it doesn't get any wider. But I want to widen up and get my hand into it. So I don't want to collar it in too much. Now way down here at the bottom, now I'm going to have to push this index finger towards index finger because this clay's thick. And I'm going to rest this thumb on the other hand for stability. It's a little dry inside. I'm going to have to get that part wet. Collar that back in again. Okay, now that's as thin as I can get this. Without losing it. Now I'm going to thin this out. If I let it go between these two fingers again, this will get this rim, this top inch, the same thickness. And I'll go ahead and move it along. Could just leave it like that. Boring. That's fine. But if you like it like that, that's fine. I'm going to collar this in a little so it's a little smaller. Drop down about 1 inch from the top so it angles out a little. We want this rim rounded so there's no sharp edges on it. So I'm going to take this index finger on the outside corner of that rim, inside corner of this other index finger. Just round it, push down a little, take the sponge to it. You want your rims rounded so there's no sharp edges. So if you drink out of it, it doesn't cut your lip. Now that's kind of boring down here. If you want to leave it like that, you can. you want to bow it out, we're just going to take this index finger, just push it out a little. Now bow it out just a little. It's about 3, 4, or 5 o'clock, probably 4, 4:30. Bow it out a little. Slowly release. I can go down a little bit lower. Come back up again. Slowly release. Now you're going to have a tendency to push too hard and release too quick. I got all the water out. You might need a sponge on the stick to get the water out. It'll be here in that tray. Last but not least, we're going to get rid of that clay at the bottom. So slow the speed down. This takes off more clay than this stick. You can use this stick, but this takes more of it off. But you got to go slow speed. Keep your hand on the back side of the pot and we'll just chisel that off, shave that off. Now if you go too fast, it can fall over. So, I'm going to get rid of this. See if I can get a little more of that. I don't like that line in it. Now you notice a really slow speed. The smaller the bottom gets, the slower the speed you gotta go. It'll just follow it. We'll put a 45 on it. And this was done. Now, go ahead.